Welcome back, channel viewers. Thank you for being with me today. I am about to service my own push mower and get it ready for the season. And I just put up a short video about this Honda. I didn't really go into it, and I just kind of showed it, cleaned it up, but in the description of that video, I put in here that if I had the room in a shop that I could store, a bunch of projects and such, this I would consider restoration, just get it running so that somebody could have a decent bike for their first bike, because it's fairly rough, but I don't know much about these. I don't know if they're worth a lot or worth a lot to certain individuals. I'm not sure. It is shaft drive. But one of the things that I had considered was turning this into a cafe racer. Possibly putting like newer style triple trees, much fatter suspension, dirt bike suspension, much lower handlebars, removing everything back here. All of this would be gone. The seat would just be, fairly thin, and it would stop and may or may not even have a rear fender. But being it is a shaft drive, I'm not sure what I could do with that. Yeah, if I had my way, I would put a swing arm on it with a single shock. That way it just simply opens the whole back, and there wouldn't be near as much on it. But that's my point is I don't have a shop that I can do that. I don't have the time, I don't have the space, I don't have the finances to do it myself. I don't have the finances to pay somebody else to do it. So that was the whole point that I did not even get to in the other video, and now I'm just wasting time to get on that. So let me clean up and get that situated so I can work on it. All right, so I scraped out the deck. It wasn't horrible. Got the blade loose. Yeah, that needs a serious sharpen. Wow. I'm going to show you how I learned to sharpen the blades. Other people may have different opinions on it whatsoever. This is what I do. As you can see, I'm wearing my face shield and hearing protection. So I'll finish this up. You kind of seen what I did, right or wrong. I'll be back with you. So what I do to check balance is I just put a screwdriver in the vise. And you can see that this side falls down, so I need to take some more off until this levels out. So as you can see, it's pretty much level. That'll keep it from being unbalanced as it's spinning, and it won't shake the machine. So yeah. Okay, so I got the blade back on, and I'm going to torque it to 60 foot-pounds. And I have a 2x4 sitting in here. And one thing I didn't mention is when you're working on the bottom side, especially with the sharp blade, pull the spark plug wire. That way, you know, there could be a freak accident. So anyway, we're gonna there you go. 60 foot-pounds. Now I'll flip it back over and get the oil drained. Some of these newer machines don't have a drain bolt necessarily on the bottom of the engine. So you kind of just have to take the drain or the fill cap off and drain it out of there. Now I'm going to take this off. That way, when I turn this over to the side, it's not going to drain out behind this, and then I end up having to take it off anyway to clean. So one thing I tell my customers over and over and over is never use ethanol fuel in small engines. It's horrible for the carburetors. They do not like it for an extended period of time. Sometimes they just don't even like it right off the get-go. When you do go fill up your gas tank or your gas can, use the premium fuel, ethanol free, but for the first half a gallon to 1 gallon of that fuel, put it in your car. So run the nozzle into your own gas tank in the car. And the reason is because you don't know what the previous person put in their vehicle. That hose, underground, they use tanks that are side by side. Well, they run the same fuel lines all the way up to the pump. So those lines are full of whatever gas was used last. So even though you hit that 91 or 93 octane button, doesn't mean that if you have a 1 gallon tank that you're filling, you're getting that 91 or 93 octane fuel. You're getting whatever is in that hose from the previous person. So just open your vehicle fuel cap, put a gallon, just to be safe, at least a gallon into your vehicle before you fill your gas can for your small engine. Then you're a bit more reassured that you are getting that 91, 93 octane. So, yeah, I mean, I've told my customers this over and over and over, whether I'm in my previous job at Napa, doing my own small engine repair business, or I'm working at the Ace Hardware now. When people come in and talk to me about this stuff, this is what I tell them. And yeah, so a little bit of info there for you. Please just keep that in mind if your small engine is not running well. A lot of times it's simply your fuel. You got water in it, or you've used an ethanol blend fuel. So, yeah. So I've got the oil drained and I'm filling it. I'm just using 1030 oil, and I put about a quarter quart in there so far, and I'm letting it drain the tube so that when I put the dipstick in and measure it, it's not just going to be wet from top to bottom. Okay, so I got the oil in there. It said it took 20 ounces of oil. And when I say it said, I mean, I actually have the owner's manual, the service manual. Those are just plastic screws. Well, the screws are metal, but you're just screwing into plastic. You don't have to over tighten them. There was just those two. Now I'm gonna check the air filter. I'm sure it needs to be replaced. Yeah, a little bit. I'm gonna have to get a new one. I can't blow that out and reuse it. I'll pick one up tomorrow, I guess. While I have you here, if you're gonna have fuel in a container for a couple weeks to a month or more, you want to have this tank filled as high as you possibly can, because the more air that's in here, the more condensation will build, and you will have more water in this tank, and your gas will be ruined. As I stated earlier, water in your fuel, ethanol in your fuel, your machines aren't going to run properly. All right, so I picked up a new filter It should have been replaced a couple years ago. My bad. So while I went and got the filter, went and got fresh 93 octane. And as I had stated earlier, I went 2 gallons in my truck just to be on the safe side. But oh, this is may have to adjust the walk behind here. Well, yep. So let's see how this starts. Doesn't seem to rev very high. Well, it never revved any higher than what you heard it. So I may have to take the carb off, clean it. Make sure that everything's running smooth, but as you could tell, the thing fired right up. So yeah, I'll do that on another day. But appreciate you watching, being here. Please share, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Yeah, I'll get back on this another day. At least right now it's running, and I went out and mowed. Right here underneath my 2 front pine trees. It was getting quite tall. And so yeah, I'll maybe tomorrow. It'll be nice out tomorrow. I think my wife is going to try to mow while I'm at work all day. And yeah, so it's running. I'll get back on it tomorrow. Thanks for watching. For now, break time.